All right, Coach, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, everybody. We've got Georgia Tech head coach Josh Pastner. Coach, if you would, just start us off with a quick comment, and we'll go right to questions.
Yeah, we really, first of all, really proud of our guys. And, Boston College is a very well-coached team by Coach Grant. Very well-coached team. And they play hard. They got good players. And so I knew this was going to be a battle. We talked last night, was our message, was we used the terminology. It was from Japan. It was, and I don't want to mess up the name, KINTSUGI, Kintsugi. Okay, KINTSUGI. It's about a vase. It's about a vase. And in Japan, so if you break the vase, it's about putting the pieces back together. Now, stay with me, Rod. I look like you're looking tired. I know it's past your bedtime, Rod, but stay with me. Okay, but you put the pieces back together, and it actually what it is it's like the vase breaks, and you got to pick the pieces up. Sort of like we were broken. We had 4 losses. We were 0-4 in the ACC. We had lost 7 of 8. Our vase was broken, and so we had to pick the pieces up and put them together and glue them together with gold. And what and the KINTSUGI, that was our theme. And what that means is that the putting it back together actually is more beautiful than the initial vase. And that's what we've had to do. And you're one piece at a time. And when the vase breaks, that's a tough thing. It's no fun when the vase breaks. The vase breaks and it's tough and it's no fun. And you got to kind of hit rock bottom. And that's what happened to us. And so we've got to now pick the pieces and build the pieces back together and glue them together with gold. And it just makes you that much more appreciative and aware. And so that was our theme last night. And we came out and did that today, and really proud of our guys. Great win. I decided to play, I've always said this, 2 of the hardest things to coach when you're the head coach is when you can't score. And during our 4 ACC games, we've gotten great looks. But how many times have we gone in droughts through this season or really struggled to score? That's really hard when you're a head coach and you're getting great looks. You're happy with the looks, but you got to put the ball in the basket. And the second thing is hard is when when you've lost some games and trying to keep the guys together. My staff, my assistant coaches have done a great job on keeping the guys together. And I got such great assistant coaches. My staff deserves so much credit to be able to keep us hanging on to get this win today. So to rally the guys. And so today I said, we've got to do something offensively. And I thought going small would allow our offense to be better. And today we were the best we've been all year offensively. I thought our pace, our cutting, the playing without the ball, the movement, we got great looks all night long because we played with great burst. I used burst. I talked about burst. I said to guys, I'm going to be screaming burst, BURST, accelerate, burst, accelerate all game long. So when you're sleeping on the plane, I wanted you to be sleeping, dreaming burst. And that's what happened because we had to have a better burst about us. And I thought us playing smaller allowed that. Now we gave up some things inside, but we fought, we battled, really proud of our guys. Jordan Usher, Khalid Moore, Michael DeVos, Kyle Sturdivant were just very, very good and solid for us all the way around. Debo hit some big shots. I thought Davon Smith gave us great minutes. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. I thought, he was the best he's played in a while. Really proud of him. Didn't play in the Duke game, but had a great attitude. Played a little bit in Notre Dame, but had a great attitude. And just kind of like Kintsugi, KINTSUGI, he got his vase got broken, but he's building those pieces back, and he was really good today. I mean, and then obviously I thought Miles Kelly gave us really good minutes in the first half, and then Tristan Maxwell, man, he just I'm telling you at 5:30 p.m. he said he hurt himself yesterday in practice. He wasn't planning to play today. And I said at 5:30, I sent him a text. I said, "Are you sure you can't play? You want to try?" He says, "Coach, I can't. I'm just, he had hurt his hand." And he said, "I'm boom, boom, boom." And then we got to here, and he said, "Coach, I'm going to give it a try. Let me go through warm-ups." I was going into the game not thinking he was playing. And then he went through warm-ups and says, "Coach, I'm good. I just think the adrenaline got him going." And thank the basketball guys that they gave a little extra energy on that, and we got the win. So really proud of our young men. We're going to the gas station. Let's go get some snacks. You hug a win. And anytime you can win in the ACC, that is hard to do, especially on the road. And that means listen, I've always said, I've always said this about this league. You could be really good and play really well and still take an L. That's happened to us. And when you do that, that could happen. You could literally go 0-20 in this league. There's so many good teams. Good news is we're on the board and we got some momentum. Really proud of our young men.
We'll go to questions now for Coach Pastner. If you can, just use the raised hand function, and we'll begin with Kelly. Go ahead, Kelly.
Two good things. One is my word processor is aware of that term you're using. So you were spelling it correctly if you were worried about that, Josh. But two, just, I guess you made the decision to make the trade go small. You give up some baskets inside, a lot of second chance looks to post, but you defend better on the perimeter and then you score a lot better with the smaller lineup. Is that sort of what the thought process was there, that you trade offense for maybe giving up some cheap baskets inside?
Yeah, and yes, I knew Kelly, we were going to possibly give some things up on that, which, we did with Quentin Post, who had a really good game, 24-9. They got some things inside, but I just felt we had to be better offensively. We weren't going to, our defense has been good for us this year, but we haven't been able to score enough to win. And I thought we got a little bogged down, and we've had some great looks. So we just needed more burst, B-U-R-S-T within our offense. And so I just felt we had to go small was the best way to get us for that. And defensively, we still held them to 46% from the field. In the second half, we held them to 40% from the field and 20% from three. And we still did have a +4 rebounding advantage. Now, they had 14 offensive rebounds, but, hey, look, those are some of the trade-offs you're going to make if you're going to go smaller. And yeah, you're right, Kelly. I did spell it right, K-I-N-T-S-U-G-I. And just from the Wikipedia, it's the general concept of highlighting or emphasizing imperfections, visualizing men's, just to be able to focus. And you build it back together from gold. And then it's actually more beautiful than the original vase. And that's really kind of cool. I thought that was a good message for our team. And we had a long way to go. It's one game, but you don't take winning for granted. And hopefully we can we just only put one piece together. We got a lot of pieces to put back together, but hopefully we keep getting better as each day goes by. You got a second question, Kelly? No? Okay.
We'll go to a question now for Rod McKenzie. Go ahead, Rod.
Hey, Josh, with the offense going through Jordan, it seemed like the guys were really cutting hard and showing a lot of confidence in his passing ability to start the game.
Yeah, Rod. There's no question, Rod, that and that's one of the reasons we decided to go small. We needed to have better acceleration and burst and energy to be able to be better cutting. And Jordan Usher had some great passes. And we had 17 assists on 29 made field goals. That's more like what I'm used to. And so it was really just a one of those things where, we just had to decide to go small. That doesn't mean we're going to do that every game, but for right now, we just had to do that to give us our best chance, to get us better offensive production, to give us the best chance to win. Now, look, Saturday you're playing Carolina with some of the best bigs and Baycott and those guys. That's not easy to do, but you've got to score in this league. You've got to score because we've been good defensively, and we were good again tonight, especially the second half defensively. But we've got to be able to score. You hold Notre Dame to 62 points in regulation. You got to be able to win that game. You hold Louisville to 67, but really about 63 because we were fouling at the end. You got to win that game. You hold Duke to 67 at home. You got to win that game.
Go to a question now from Ken Segura. Go ahead, Ken.
Josh, how much of a decision was it to put Jordan at the 5? Like, how much did you have to go back and forth on that?
I made that decision Saturday after the Notre Dame game, Ken. That was in my mind. I said, we're dead last in offensive scoring and production and efficiency in our 4 ACC games. Up to that point, I said, we've got to make a change. And it's sort of like the change we made last year when we said, okay, we got to go smaller. Now, obviously, it's different because Moses was a shot blocker and more size, but we had to do that, and we just had to make that change. And it obviously for tonight it worked out. We're on the board. We're on the board. We're off the zero. We're on the board, which is a good thing. But I decided that, Ken, I texted the staff on that on Saturday night after the game when I was sitting in my car for about 2 hours in the parking lot, just contemplating, and we've got to get ourselves out of this hole. And we've got to get ourselves out of this hole. And what can I do to help the guys? And that's where I felt going small would be better for us right now at this present time offensively.
Go to a question from Patrick Canara. Go ahead, Patrick.
Coach Pastner, congratulations on the first league win. Davon looked very comfortable at the point, especially late in the game. What does that mean going forward?
Well, look, I was really proud of Davon. I mean, he was struggling. He did not play well in a stretch there. He had started the season off playing well. Then he just got into a stretch where he wasn't playing well. Didn't have a good game versus Louisville. I did not play him versus Duke, but he had a great attitude on the bench. Then I played him a little bit versus Notre Dame, and he kept a great attitude, and he's had great practices. And the reason he played the way he played today is because his energy, he had a burst, he had an acceleration, he had a fight about him. And but the burst, you could see the burst, and really proud of him. But he's handled himself well as in terms of his attitude. And when you're positive attitude, it's very contagious. And he when you really keep positive, because he's very, very talented. And look, he's young. I mean, this is his second year in college basketball. Because of the COVID year, he's only a freshman. So I mean, he's young. He's young. He's going to be really, really good. Besides Jordan Usher, Khalid Moore, and Michael DeVoe, we are a very, very, very young team. We are very, very young. And so Davon's only going to get better with time. And he had to deal with, it was a tough stretch he went with, but he handled himself, and he had a great game tonight. I'm so proud of Davon Smith.
Got time for a couple more. We'll go to Rod for another one.
Hey, Josh, it seemed like, especially in the first half, that you were pushing the ball up court a lot faster than you had the last couple of games. Was that a point of emphasis?
Yeah, I felt Davon did a great job with his pace and speed and pushing up. I thought sometimes when Jordan Usher would rebound the ball, he had great burst and pushed it up the floor. So, it was just our pace was better, our speed was better, and that was a big deal. And then you're getting stops, you're flying around. We were smaller, but I felt we were quicker in some things, and that allowed us to be better.
We'll go to Kelly and then finish up with Ken.
Obviously, the 3-point shooting was better across the board. Other than Mike didn't really have a great night, but Tristan going off like he did, how much does it change what you can do offensively just to get that on film and show that he's capable of something like that, just to get defenses to back off Mike a little bit?
Yeah, no, I mean, we're going to have to make some threes. And if we're going small, we're going to have to make some threes. And tonight we were 11 for 25. Obviously, Tristan was 7, Debo with 3, and Jordan with 1. And you're shooting 44% from 3. That's going to give you a great opportunity to win the game. So, we had to find a way to get that done, and we had to make shots, and we did. And was just really proud of our guys. And Mike's going to make shots. I mean, listen, every time we step on the floor, Kelly, he's getting the other team's best defender, and they're draped on him, and they're so focused on him. And look, Miles Kelly's a really good shooter. He's going to get hot. I'm telling you, he's going to get hot. His 3-point shooting is better than his percentages. He's going to have one of these games where he's going to break out as well too. So we just got to keep staying the course, got to keep getting better, and a really good win tonight. And listen, as elementary and basic as it sounds, it is a make and miss game. And tonight we made shots. Our offense was good.
Ken, wrap us up.
Who brought up the idea of kintsugi?
Well, I brought it up. I got to give credit to it. There's a friend of mine over in Australia who sent me a note and talked about that vase. And then I took it from there. I said, man, that is our team. That's what is going on with us. I was saying, we were talking back and forth, and I was saying, this is struggling. I'm struggling with with, how do I got to find a motto. And he said, I got something for you. This is your team. And that's kind of how it was. And I was thinking about, now I was going to take a plate from a hotel and break the plate and then piece it back together. But I didn't know if that was good. And I didn't want to do that to the hotel. So, and I was looking for a vase at my house before we left. But then I was like, I don't know. Is my wife, is she going to, I was thinking about these vases to break, but I didn't know if she'd be mad at me. And, I needed to, obviously, I got to go home to see her. So I didn't want to break the vase. So I did it more of an overall view. I sent things to the text. I talked to the team about it, and it kind of signifies, and it's not only just for the team, it's for the individuals. And so I got to give credit to the person in Australia who gave me who forwarded to me and gave me the idea. And
All right.
I do want to give a great shout out to the staff. The staff's done a great job just keeping the guys together. It's hard when you're losing games and you're losing tough games, but keeping guys together, the toughness of Georgia Tech to pull this out after coming off the heartbreaker loss we had the other day. Really, really proud of our guys. And it's good to go to the gas station and then good plane ride on home.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Coach Pastner. Safe travels back. And thanks everyone for joining us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.